Hello, IK here. Welcome to part 5 of e-retail admin. Uh, Here is complete departments I finished, departments and start category, finished category, add category form. It is it. Add categories form. Here we have department ID, save category. You look at it. And now save and list, category list. This is a list category. And I need update and delete button below of every members in list. Here I want to show only how I created the category. Base code, ChatGPT code me all, but not what missing. I look at and order ChatGPT code me this part, code me this, and as that I don't code. I only order to ChatGPT. And in category table, I start with the add category form. Here it is. Add the category forms. Add the category forms. It is very simple to navigate in a folder system because every table there is a component, there is a folder, and in that folder there is all CRUD what I need for that table. Also category, look at here it is in features, articles, category, and departments. Category there is add category form, category list, and category slice. Category list and add category slice, and I need category update for category and delete. But here I only show you, show you what I do with the add category form and the category list. Add category form is a copy of Tank1 MySQL application. I have Tank1 like building block, basic building block for my all kind application, React application. CRUD is acronym for create, read, update, delete, and it is basic fundamental block for building. I have CRUD for departments. I have CRUD for. I have half of CRUD for add category forms. Add category form is copy of add post form. I said ChatGPT code me like it is coded in Tank1 and ChatGPT coding, but for add category form. Add category form, we must have ID, department ID. It is because relation database. Department ID is a foreign key in a table category. And category ID is primary key of table category. Okay, I must change. I didn't didn't do that. Change names of tables, it is not category, it would be categories, plural, not department, but departments, not article, but articles, it would be name of table. Naming is very, very important. It is half of knowledge, but 90% half. In maintenance, if you have not your system of naming, in every application, other naming, how you oriented in it. Nobody can orient it, even authors of application. It is name of items, name of entity must tell us what is it. And also take care about capital letters and small case. For example, name of the component is camel naming. It means every word is words are together. Every word have capital letters and begin the first word also capital letters. But in a configuration file like slice, category slice, category slice begin with small letters and slice begin with capital letters. And okay, let's get add category form. Add category form. There is a local state and managed by user state, local state name, description, department ID. It is news here in compare with the add post form. Add request status, error. Okay, dispatch can save conditions. Here is more members in conditions, more for this. And button on click event, button save category would be called on save category clicked reference of function asynchron arrow function here, and inside of that function we have dispatch, all that we knew from long deep learning tank 1 in tank 1 in deep learning CRUD in only one array on mock server. And after that, only ask ChatGPT that connect that instead of mock server, connect to database MySQL and also create table code, table write code for table as simple as array post with only three members, array, three members object. It is about every object inside of array. There is an ID, title and content. And here in database, it would be also in tank 1 MySQL application. But here in our building of big e-commerce and a lot of tables, we need a specific name for every tables. Okay, here is dispatch a new category, and after that I must go to see add a new category, thank function. It is in slice, in category slice. Also, I look at here, it is three variable in as parameter. And now I go to add a new category or category slice. Category slice is here. And add a new category. Here it is. It is at case function. Thank function is here. Here it is. Thank function a new category equal call create asynchronous thank, and parameter of that thank is this string. It is one properties of action object, and the other properties payload coming from this asynchronous arrow function. This is category name, description, and department ID here in new category. And here is that arrow function and the thank function wrap request. Here it is inside arrow function. We declare a response object and await keyword in front of Axios post request. Endpoint address. And the second parameter is what we send. It is a request, what would go in a request body. And when data come back, go to return, and go to response data. Response data would be returned to add case. Add case is reducer with the input state and action is payload. Here is action payload, and what is it? It is that added new post action payload and would be pushed to table categories. Here would be pushed to array categories, but in table category would be pushed when after this request go to Express application. It is here. It is a server, Express application, and here is a post category address, object variable request and response, and here it is. What I send. Go to insert into, go to database, department ID, name, description, and results here is lighting, because there is a one data from MySQL, new data. It is category ID, and that category ID must be added. Here it is. Must be added. Here it is. Category ID is added from result object. There is inserted ID properties, and it is here, and it would be category ID. It would be inserted, it would be created by database created automatically a primary ID. It is category ID. And that information, that ID, category ID, send attach to response, object response. Object result take data from MySQL and cannot go back, but can add that data to object response. Object response go back. It is hypertext transfer protocol. There is a request and there is a response. In request body, here it is, request body, there is a department ID, name, description, and that three variable. MySQL don't need put in response because it is exist in client side, in request body, and here, if all is okay, MySQL in response said all is okay, here it is, status in response, it means that category ID, it means that department ID, name, and description would be taken in response from client side. And it is something excellent. I like to see when we have more than we need moving data between entity, between node in network. Okay. It is about this post, add new. And when all function, I don't see list, but I must create that I see, control that I see list. And I look at in get category. Get category, here it is. It is only have request, only have a response. There is nothing in request. There is nothing in request. Because of that, it is dim, not lighting, bolding like response. And because all data from every records in table category, we call it with this query. And that complete results go attached to response object and go back to slice. Let's get see slice. Slice is fetch. Here it is, fetch category. Slice take wrap this Axios get request, sending nothing. Request, it is get request. And if all is okay, here would be every record from table category, and it would be returned to a reducer. Here it is, fetch category. It is a reducer with state and action. State is initial state. And now action changes that initial state by immutable way. Here it is pardon, look at the rejected. No, here it is. And state categories equal action payload. Equal action payload. In that payload is every record from MySQL table. Express server return it to our slice here, and our tank function, and tank function dispatch it. That action dispatch to reducer. Here it is. This is what happened in reducer. And the copy of state, original, actual, with the payload, create new state. Here is explicit state categories equal action payload, but it is we can write it is comfort of new Redux version toolkit, Redux toolkit, because this our explicit changes of categories would be by IMER library in backend. Copy category would be equal action payload copy of category, and that a new category, state category, would be new chain would change the actual original category, what was untouched. And when in Redux we have a new category, immediately use selector in category list, transform that data to category list. Here it is, category list. And here, list, category list. Look at three variables. For us, here is interesting categories. Here is all three connected by a hook use selector to directly to properties of state categories. State categories is object with properties array categories, and status and error, three properties. And here we can, in Redux, in React, every of that properties take as a separate object connected directly to that properties in Redux, in output of reducer by function use selector. And any changes, use selector immediately run re-rendering of this category list, re-rendering of this category list. Of course, every re-rendering means means that mounting finished, because category mounting event was after initial only, and every re-rendering activate event component was mounted. But because of this, not every event component was mounted. Start and call use effect because of this dependency. For example, this dependency said that use effect would be called after component was mounted, or would be called in every re-rendering, in re-rendering only if dispatch changes, but dispatch very rare, never dispatch. What is dispatch? It is a reference. One time take that reference, don't changes in all life of application. And also status changes, but only this status equal idle, thanks to this logic status must be equal idle, that which would be activate, which would be activate use effect would be called, but here this logic don't permit that every status would be executed, only idle. Okay, and post list there is a separate component, category list. There is a category list, and there is no separate component for category members, for every members. And now, when I finish this video, I said chat GPT, I write prompt code this and copy this site like this and copy tank one example of post, and code separate codes in separate component category extract in this site, in this code, and I will have complete recoding of this page and copy that recoding and paste in existing. And it is a knowledge, my knowledge. I know what I want, and but coding is really boring and time wasting, big time wasting. But nobody lose job here who know programs. He only work. The person is architect of software, but ChatGPT coding. But ChatGPT did not know what you want, never, because one is good said, if you want to see does artificial intelligence get in front of you, you said it, take it, said it, you give artificial intelligence $100,000 and said, make of this $1 million. Okay, what to do? What you want to do? Artificial don't know, and how you want that it would be. You must set it to artificial intelligence, and it is important. Thank you for watching this video.